Hey friends, Lissa here. Today in this video I want to talk about my biggest challenges as a raw vegan and how I overcame them. I had a few challenges, and I think that one of my main challenges would have been the battle between the fear of not getting enough nutrition and eating too many calories and gaining weight. So this was something that I battled in the beginning of my raw journey, that it was hard for my mind to comprehend what I was doing because I was so indoctrinated to cut your calories, take supplements and all of that kind of stuff. So I was worried that I wasn't going to get enough nutrition. I was worried I wasn't getting enough fats. I was worried I wasn't getting enough fiber, protein, and all of that. And I didn't learn all of the stuff that I know right away. It took time to learn. So I had to really trust that this diet was going to work. And I would say how I overcame that would be just to let go and to see that there are other people on this planet who are doing a raw vegan diet and doing it just fine. So I was okay trusting myself to go a couple months eating this way, and if it didn't work out in the end, I would figure something else out. But I had to trust myself. I had to let go of the fear that I wasn't getting enough because I had to eat more. But in turn, it would flip over to the other side where I was scared that I was eating too much and that I was gonna gain weight. But I had to really trust that eating low fat and eating lots of calories to get all of that nutrition was the proper way to go. So once I released that and just trusted with it and realized that the food that I was eating was so hydrating, so full of fiber, so many nutrients, and we already know that this food is really good for us, so I just had to trust it. Just have to let go, and it can be very difficult for some people to let go of those previous belief systems surrounding diet. So that's probably one of the major challenges that I had, was to deal with that battle between not getting enough and getting too much. Another thing that I felt was a really big challenge was family and friends, and I know that's a big challenge for a lot of you guys out there. Family and friends can cause a lot of issues because they want you to join in, they want to make you stuff. It's so ingrained in our social culture to eat with everybody, and we all just, like what Nate says, we all just want to chew together. We all just want to sit around a table and laugh and chew and drink. I think what helped me the most to get over the social issues with food was to realize that we all just want to hang out together and to focus on the event, the people, the atmosphere, and all of that other stuff surrounding the social gathering than just focusing on the food, or that I'm not eating what they're eating, or they make comments about my salad. I tried to just focus on them and to be happy that I was there with them and to experience life with them. I also realized that I was an example to my friends and family, and being an example is a huge motivator for me. I am so motivated being an example for you guys, for my friends, for my family, for everybody watching these YouTube videos. I like to be an example, so I want to make sure that I stay my best self and always make the best choices, because now everybody who's watching my videos looks up to me and they want to see what I'm doing, what's working, and I find that that's a really good motivator to stay the course. I don't want people to see that I'm eating, say, potato chips at the airport, hiding away. I don't want that. And there have been times where people have recognized me in the airport. Actually, coming here to Mexico, there was somebody who was watching my Instagram stories, and she came up to me and she was like, "Hey, you guys, I saw you guys on Instagram," and I thought, "Oh, you're at the airport, I'm at the airport too." So she came over and said hi. Had we been eating like potato chips or some cooked food or something like that, it's kind of like, oh, well, maybe you aren't raw. But I feel that the motivation to stay raw in public and for people is a really good motivator. So that's how I overcame the social stuff. And I'd say the third thing that was a big challenge was learning to say no and to, standing my ground. I'm quite a passive person. I like to people please. I like to make sure that everybody's happy, but finding a way to say no and to be comfortable in that is a really big challenge. And I feel like I overcame that by learning that no isn't a bad word, and no is a protective shield for me, because if I'm saying yes to all these foods that I know are bad for me, it's not going to help my future. I'm not going to feel good. I'm going to regret. I'm going to have guilt and all of this stuff. So I feel that learning to say no as a protective measure for myself really helped with learning to say no more often to family and friends. And I also learned that the more often you say no, the more consistent you are, and the more people will stop asking you questions because they know you're going to say no. They know Lissa says no every single time I ask, so I'm just not going to ask anymore. But it takes time to train those people that you are going to always say no. But that was how I overcame that challenge, was to really think of it as a protective measure for myself, so that I wasn't putting foods in my body that I knew I shouldn't eat. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. You can click the little bell and they'll send them directly to you whenever I post a new video. If you want, you can check out my recipe books. I have them all at this link right here or in the description below. You can click over there. I also have my recipe books in print format. You can find those on Amazon. Head over there if you want to get the print version. You can find me on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, on Instagram at Raw Food Romance, and on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan. Until the next video, guys, fruit on.